Look at Utah. Utah's winning games in a really bad Pac-12. And that's what blows my mind even further. We all sit in here, the Baylor fans, the BYU fans, those who are really rooting for the Pac-12 to fall apart, which I unapologetically, the Pac-12 falls apart. Again, I have no solace. You're not going to find any remorse out of me. I'm not apologizing to anybody. Who gives a rip? Southwest Conference fell apart. Anybody still crying over that? No. You move on. It's what happens. I don't know when we created this thing that every time a conference implodes, we have to write some sob story or letter to it. Tulane was in the SEC. Tulane was a founding member of the SEC. And now what happened to them? Is anybody crying over Tulane? Welcome to what just happens in college athletics. But this whole Utah deal, man, they've been to the Rose Bowl. They've been winning Pac-12 championships. You know who the best football team in the Pac-12 is? I'm sorry, BYU fans, plug your ears. Me, plug my own ears. I think I hate them now. It's Utah. As insufferable as Utah has been from a fan base standpoint, Utah is the best football team in the Pac-12. And you know what they said? Damn good football, terrible leadership. Meh. They're so nonchalant about it. For some reason, Utah is still hugging to the Pac-12. Here's what I want. You know my ideal scenario? Big 12 goes to 16. I don't think Arizona State's in the fold. I don't think Arizona State's in the fold if they don't want to be. Utah's not. But do you think Brett Yormark's going to beg Utah or Arizona State to come to this conference? Of course not. Especially with Oregon gone, with Washington gone. Those were the projects for BY. He wanted those two teams. And if they didn't want the Big 12, he was cool with that. He's not married to anybody. Yormark is a businessman. So what I'm looking at, Utah, Arizona State, if you don't want to come to the Big 12, no one's upset with that. You stay. Utah is slowly working its way back into the Mountain West. Washington and Oregon just went to the Big 10, compete for college football playoff every year. And Utah's responding by trying to go back to the Mountain West, by regressing with this. That blows my mind. So now with the leftovers, Stanford, don't need them. Cal, certainly don't want them in the Big 12. Oregon State, Washington State, all of these teams are not desirable enough for the Big 12 to go out and try to snatch them up.